In this video, we'll be looking at how to create queries inside Microsoft Access. Now, it's really important before you start making queries that you have some content in your tables. So what I've done here is I've populated at least 5 records in each of the 3 tables that we created before. You can use this either through the database view, or it's better to probably go through form view. So if you haven't done this, please pause the video and press play once you've populated some records within your tables. Okay, once you have put some data in your tables, the next step is to then create what we call custom queries. Now, I'm not going to go through how SQL works, which is the language behind the database, because that will take probably a whole series of videos itself, but I'm going to show you something called the query wizard. Now remember, queries are one of the reasons why we select a relational database like Access. They allow us to create customized, powerful search results that could either be used on the fly within, say, search forms or within custom reports. Today, I'm going to use the latter, which is custom reports. So what we're going to do is we go to Create, and then up in the ribbon here, we have a query wizard, which is over here. We select that. Then we're not going to go for different options. A simple query wizard should cover pretty much most of the queries that you would have in most databases. So we'll select that one, press OK. Then what we're going to do is we are going to show you a couple of different scenarios. So the first one is we are going to report back or query on the customers. So what we do is we go to select the table customer. Now, as before, you can select all or you can select individual forms in there. So we're just going to select all, so it makes it nice and easy. We go next. There's different ways that you could display it. We'll just go to default view. Then make sure you give it a meaningful name. So let's say all customers. And then we press finish. Now, as you can see in here, it's now dumped all the data that's inside our customer table. Now, there's a few things we can do here if we're not happy with the data. Let's just say, for example, that we only want to show Smith in the table. We go back to Home, then we go View, and then just like the format, we have a design view. And then what we can do is we can go to last name, and then we can type in Smith, then select Run, and then it will only show that selected individual there of Sam and Sally Smith. So I'll show you again. We go back to View, Design View, and this can be done for any field. You can also have greater than, less than for numbers. Let's just say that we want to add another field in here. What we can do is we can select or remove fields here. So let's just say, let's remove phone and email because they're not relevant. We press Run, and then we can just see there that they've been removed there. So we'll just go back in and add those again. So that's how you create a simple query of one table. So let's create a custom query that goes across all 3 tables. And this is the reason why we did the relationships before. So let's just go into Create again. Then on the ribbon, we select the query wizard. Okay, it will prompt you to save the previous query. And you go yes. And then what we'll do is we'll go Simple Query Wizard. And this time, we are going to make sure we don't select the default query. Okay, because it's very easy to do. We're going to select customer, and let's just say we want to see what games a customer has bought and maybe the costs associated with it. So here we are going to cherry pick the fields that we want. So let's just say we want first name, last name. Then what we do is we select the drop down, go to games, and let's just say here we are going to get the price and the title. And then we go to order, and we can check what date we purchased those on. So we go across here. And as you can see, I have fields from 3 different tables here. So if I go next, next, and let's just say customer games ordered. Press finish, and you can see here it has returned a custom search or query on the games by the people, by the customer, their price, their title, and date of tour. And the same thing, we can go through and also edit that custom query too. So in summary, queries are really powerful. We can use them either to create one-off custom reports, or we can associate them in more advanced reasons through searches. So for example, if you do a search on, say, an internet engine, search engine such as Google, you are doing a SQL query behind the scenes. So it's a really good skill to learn if you haven't learned SQL yet, and it's something that I probably will make in a future video. Please let me know if you have any questions.